All right, so people, we'll finally get some solid updates as it pertains to the case involving Jaii Frais and Jahvy Ambassador. So we're not even going to waste your time because I'm actually excited as well. We're going to listen to the news update and then I'll kind of give my feedback on the whole situation. Ready?
Popular podcaster Jaii Frais and music producer Jahvy Ambassador were both offered $1.5 million bail on firearm charges when they appeared in the gun court this morning in connection with a shooting incident at the Carnival after-party Big Wall earlier this month. They were offered bail by Justice Natalie Hart-Hines on conditions that they surrender their travel documents, report to the police 3 times weekly, and abide by a 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. curfew order. They were also warned not to discuss the case on any podcast. The content creator, whose real name is J.D. Richards, was charged with wounding with intent, shooting with intent, and possession of a prohibited weapon last Friday. Jahvy Ambassador, whose given name is Javel Morrison, was similarly charged last Friday with assault occasioning actual bodily harm, wounding with intent, and using a prohibited weapon to commit a felony. The charges against the two stem from a shooting incident during the entertainment event on April 12th at the Ranny Williams Entertainment Center in St. Andrew, where 3 people were shot. According to the police, about 9:30 p.m., a physical altercation developed between patrons at the event. The dispute reportedly escalated, leading to an exchange of gunfire between 2 individuals. In the aftermath, 3 people reportedly sustained gunshot injuries. They were transported to a hospital for treatment. Jaii Frais, who was said to be one of the injured persons, was later treated and released into police custody, while a 3rd was hospitalized. Further, the police reported that 2 firearms were seized in connection with the incident. Morrison was also taken into custody. Richards is represented by attorneys Isat Buchanan and DeAndre Buchanan, while Kane counsel Peter Champagny and attorneys Saeed Bernard and Richard Lynch represent Morrison.
All right, so people, this is honestly great news. This is great news on both sides of the fence, both parties involved. Because we hear Jahvy Ambassador get bail 1.5 mil, Jaii Frais get bail 1.5 mil. And to my knowledge, it's not like they have to find the full amount of the 1.5, right? It's usually what, 10%? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. When I go to prison, we don't know nothing about jail system and them something like that. We don't do nothing about bail. Somebody in the comment section can let me know how much percent they normally pay. I believe it's 10% of that though. So in my opinion, this is a damn good outcome. I feel like nobody from both sides of the fence can complain about this right now. A little bit overdue in my opinion, because the incident happened for a while now. I know them behind bars for a while, but remember honestly, we know the incident, it's really bad. It was really a tragic incident, but I still wouldn't consider none of the part of them as criminal or even say, there would be a flight risk. These are high profile people involved in this situation. Jaii Frais Jahvy, very popular entertainers. So any attempt for try to leave the island, I feel like that'll be pointless, people, in my opinion. So yeah, bail was definitely necessary in this situation. And the other stipulations in this is not bad at all, because I'm supposed to abide by certain rules, right? So 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. curfew, that's not bad. Even though I feel like none of the part of them involved are going to want to even touch road, none at all. None of them not going to want to touch road. And I wouldn't even advise them to do so. If 450 have any engagement or anything, any bookings, make somebody else step up to the plate and handle it. I feel like Jahvy just need to stay home a little bit and build and reflect. Because we don't want this situation right now on the level where they even turn something different just by you being outside and you have to interact with the general public. You get me I say? And Jaii Frais, they make sure warn him, Because they know Jaii Frais style, no interview, not even own podcast, him can't go up and provide no updates. Right? So we know say, we've been seed still. Based upon all of the hush-hush in the media, we know say, these people don't want no kind of information for a leak about this whole situation. I'm going to tell you, it's in their best interest to follow all of the rules them outline. Don't deviate from this none at all. Because right now, it's, they're in the best interest to show good behavior, show someone to cooperate. Right? Any kind of leniency where the judge can say, all right, we're not going to bring them the brute force of the law power right now. So, we're not going to be the most upstanding citizen in this situation. So, even though you might be tempted to make a one post or, you know what I mean, you might see some people talk about some things and you say, that the gossip. Right now, at the time for controlling emotions, because the emotions actually get you to this point already. But overall, my fellow people, it's a glorious day still. Because I've been a prayer for this. And honestly, I want the best outcome for both sides, yo. Because Jahvy a good youth, Jaii Frais a good youth. It's just an unfortunate situation in my book. But this right now are the first good news me hear so far. This kind of show me say, yo, yeah, there's a little bit of hope on both sides of the fence. Yeah, Justice Natalie Hart-Hines, big up herself, the utmost respect. Definitely. And we see where she also told these men that they need to surrender their travel documents. So, yeah, people will understand, say, yo, they have to just strap in and buckle up. This is going to be a while. This probably take years, you know. I don't know. If they're lucky still, we can get this wrap up and we can have a fair judgment soon. But in my opinion, based on all of the confusion and all of the evidence from both sides and my word against your word type of situation, I feel like we have to strap up and just know, say, yo, we're going in this for the long haul right now. In my opinion still, because we hear so many different stories and we hear a lot of different things involved, right? But overall, people, I say, yo, wish all the best to Jaii Frais and Jahvy Ambassador. I know the man, they must truly happy right now. I'm happy for them as well. And this was a teaching moment. Definitely was a learning experience for me right now and other bloggers as well. You know what I mean? So you have to be mindful out here. And you have to just understand, say, yo, ego or something that can actually make you lose everything we work so hard for. Yeah, but I'm definitely happy with the outcome. Even though some people might say the 1.5 mil sound like a hefty sum on top of the lawyer fees, them, because you know, Champagne and they don't know it's the ISAT. Them fees heavy, but you know, at the price you have to pay for justice and the price you have to pay for good representation. But more hear from you guys still. I want to feel about the outcome. Want to happy with the outcome? Or some people out there really wish they, yo, them actually stay behind bars based on the whole situation. I'm kind of curious to know still. You get me? I said, drop in the comment section and make you know. It's just a quick news update. You know what I mean? As we get it, we give it to you. You know what I mean? Faster than lightning. So people, you don't know, you know. Your boy always. Come out.